Welcome to KEEPUP News Channel. LIDDLE Wailing Lefties still don't get it despite Trump landslide. He understands ordinary working people, they're deluded. Hell, I live in the wilds of the Pennines, but even I can hear the wailing and gnashing of teeth coming from the direction of London. And the greatest thing about it all is, they still don't get it. They do not understand why Donald Trump won the American presidency by not far short of a landslide. But when he did, by an enormous margin. As you would have understood immediately yesterday morning if you switched on ITV, Sky, or the BBC. The presenters and correspondents might as well have been wearing black armbands. The tone was somber, interrupted by bouts of weeping. I don't know if you can remember when Barack Obama was first elected. The mood in the BBC studio that day was one of joy. They were thrilled. Just a little bit different to the mood yesterday morning, then. Nonpartisan my backside. The Beeb, along with ITV and Sky, has spent the past 4 weeks attacking Donald Trump and Elon Musk at every possible opportunity. And predicting that the fabulously useless Kamala Harris would probably win. Because of the women voters. And because she was nice. And wasn't Trump. Well, you all look a bit crap today, don't you? Meanwhile, Emily Maitlis, who was never capable of reining in her obvious bias, started swearing on screen. She was so upset. These people hate it when other people disagree with them. They can't bear it. Oh, and the lovies howling at the moon. Do you give a monkeys what Jason Manford thinks about anything? Well, here's what he said about Trump. Ugh, I knew I'd wake up this morning to that psychopath being declared president. What is wrong with people? God help us all. What's wrong with people, Jason, is that they sometimes have a different opinion to you. Okay? Then there's Carol Vorderman, famous for having an arse. Oh, and for appearing in ads for payday loan companies, which fleece the poorest people in the country with huge interest charges. Don't have a clue. She was very upset, bless her. And indeed very, very wrong. Women are turning out to vote Harris in their tens of millions, she said on election day. And added, so we got the message, Harris will win. Nope. Then there's Rory Stewart, who earns a living as Alastair Campbell's dim-witted pet Tory in a smug politics podcast. He had been convinced that Kamala Harris was going to walk the election. He said, obviously, if I've totally miscalled this, it would be a massive lesson in humility. And would suggest my whole framework is cracked. Too right, Rory. It would also suggest that people should ignore your podcasts as you don't have a clue. Campbell also predicted Harris to win, by the way. Then there's the Labour Party. I suspect Sir Keir Starmer will have spent the last day cringing in embarrassment. So many of his frontbenchers have been appallingly rude about the leader of the free world, the bloke with whom we are supposed to have a special relationship. Take that talkin' calamity, David Lammy. He described Trump as a racist KKK and Nazi sympathizer. Virtually, the entire front bench has slagged off Trump at one time or another. All eager to score a few brownie points in the cause of infantile leftism. If I were Donald Trump, I would totally ignore anything Lammy or Starmer have to say. Put them somewhere between Benin and Laos in the list of countries to do business with. Believe me, Trump's victory is a disaster for our government. The point, though, is that this keeps happening. Across Europe, one country after another has gone to the polls and backed people the left liberals think are ghastly. And the reasons are pretty much the same. People want an end to illegal immigration. And indeed, quite a lot of legal immigration. They are sick of it. Sick of their communities changing. Sick of the pressure on each country's infrastructure. They also hate the divisive and frankly insane identity politics that pits black against white and gay against straight. And that's why Kamala Harris lost and Donald Trump won. Because he represented the views of the ordinary working bloke. The very person those left-wing parties were set up to represent. But no longer do. Source, thesun.co.uk. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.